town, Todd Walker. Entertainment, travel, and more. Hey Todd, what's new?
Travel is back, and today we are downtown St. Paul at the historic Union Depot, where I'm going to share with you a recent trip that I took to Wyoming, to the northeastern area of Wyoming, specifically around the Sheridan area. So I'm going to share with you some of the things you might want to do on your visit. But to start with, let's talk a little bit about Wyoming itself. Wyoming is the 10th largest state by area, but is also the least density populated state in the contiguous United States. Now, isn't that odd? So let's figure this out. There's 500,000 people that live in Wyoming. That is one person for every 6 miles, which equates to each person basically having 111 square feet to themselves. Pretty different than other parts of the United States. Think about it this way. The city of Denver has more people than are in the entire state of Wyoming. And fun fact, there are more antelopes than people in Wyoming. Now, as I said, number 1 on the list, start out in Sheridan, Wyoming. Sheridan is basically still a very small town with a population of only 17,000 people. But you walk through their main street in downtown Sheridan, there isn't an occupancy available all along the avenue. You don't see any for rent signs. Every single storefront is full with vibrant shopping, great bars, and great restaurants. I'm going to share with you some of my highlights. Along the Sheridan Drive, right on the main street, there's a place called King's Saddlery. You might have seen the King's Ropes hats on people such as Johnny Depp and many others. You go inside this world-famous shop and you can find out how they make the ropes that they use in rodeos. There are so many saddles. They even have a museum. It is definitely a place that you're going to want to check out. I spent a couple hours in there myself. Now, along that main street that I'm addressing, check out Ledoux's Saloon. Beautiful neon sign out in front and a great tavern to stop into. And across the street from the Ledoux's Saloon is the Mint Bar. You can't miss the neon in front of this place either, and you go inside and it is packed with historical memorabilia and of course a lot of taxidermied animals along the walls. Now, for brewing, and a little bit updated, they have the Black Tooth Brewing Company, which I stopped in at, and it is some of the finest beer I've had in a long time. Where you want to stay? It's the historic Sheridan Inn, a beautiful, completely renovated inn right downtown in Sheridan. Now, if you really want to get some history about Sheridan and you want to plan your trip, I'm going to advise that you go out onto YouTube and look up a show called The Backyard. It's all about Sheridan and all about the things you can do and exploring all around the area. Now, number 2. The Bighorn National Forest. You have to spend a couple days in the Bighorn Mountains. This is basically the backdrop of downtown Sheridan. The Bighorn area is a perfect location for outdoor lovers with over 1,500 miles of trails all throughout the Bighorns with stunning hiking options, including the Tongue River Canyon, which I spent some time in hiking and enjoying, and it is so absolutely beautiful. This region is also very popular for people who like to fish, and that includes our great fly fishing people. Number 3. You got to put in some historical impact in here. Head to the Brinton Museum. Unbelievably setting, right in the Bighorns as well, with a gorgeous cafe. It's a beautiful museum, and it's all dedicated to the art of the West and showcases, significant pieces from the region, including Native American artifacts as well. Beautifully curated museum, unbelievable place to go and spend some time there touring, and definitely have lunch there as well. Now, number 4, when you think of the West, what do you think of? Probably dude ranches. Well, this area has a few that I'm going to suggest you might want to check out. The TA Guest Ranch in Buffalo, absolutely stunning. Check out the Paradise Guest Ranch, also in Buffalo. Or if you want to go to the oldest dude ranch in America, it's Eaton's Ranch in Wolf. Check those out as well. I'm going back actually this spring and checking out one of the dude ranches myself. Now, one thing that this area is completely known worldwide for is number 5 on my list, and that's Devil's Tower. Absolutely unbelievable. Devil's Tower was the very first national monument in the United States. So for any road trip from Minnesota or this region, it's not to be missed with an easy hike around the base of the monument. And if you get lucky, you might see some of the climbers actually descending from the top of Devil's Mountain. I actually did on my last trip. And if you're going to Devil's Mountain, you know, you might want to go over and stay in Gillette, Wyoming, where they have great dining options from the coop to the rail yard, and I specifically ate at a place called Prime Rib. Now, what do you think I had at the Prime Rib? I had prime rib, and it was absolutely unbelievable. All right, well, I hope this helps you out in planning your next getaway, and get out there on the road and start traveling again, and we will see you next week on Todd About Town.